Today is Sunday, August 11th, 2019, and it is day 20 of our John Muir Trail through hike adventure. We haven't done a vlog in a couple days because we've been so busy hiking so that we could finish 2 days ahead of schedule. We actually finished yesterday, August 10th, and we're really excited that we were able to finish early. The last time we checked in, we had camped at Garnet Lake, which was absolutely beautiful and amazing. So on the 8th, we left Garnet Lake, we hiked to Lyle Canyon, and we had a beautiful campsite all by ourselves in this amazing meadow with a huge waterfall backdrop behind us. But the craziest windstorm blew through, so we ended up just kind of spending a lot of time in the tent, and the tent held up. I mean, it was really powerful windstorm, and it was cool to be inside the tent when that was happening. So on the 9th, we hiked through Tuolumne, and we were looking forward to it because it's another resupply point. So we didn't send ourselves anything, but there's a restaurant there and a store. So we got there super early because we always wake up super early and hike really fast. So we weren't able to have lunch there, but we did have breakfast, and it was okay. It wasn't really what I was craving, but it was filling. It just was very busy and run very inefficiently, so it took a long time to get our food. But we went into the store and we supplemented our food with lots of yummy junk food, and then we took off again, and we ended up hiking 15 miles excuse me, to set ourselves up at Upper Cathedral Lake, which was also really beautiful. The water temperature has definitely gotten warmer as we've moved north. So we had not really a private site. There were a lot of people that were camped in that area around us, but it was still super beautiful and pretty private for being surrounded by lots of people. There was another crazy windstorm that night, so some front must have been moving through, but we were able to get to our site. We had a long time to kind of sit outside in the sun and wash our feet and do all that kind of stuff. So it was a really beautiful campsite. Then yesterday we woke up and we hiked about 21 miles total for the day. We had originally planned to do about 10 miles to get to the last place that you're allowed to backcountry camp before you make it into the valley. But we got there and the camping was not very good, and it was super early in the morning still, and so we're like, let's just keep going, let's just finish. But we didn't really realize what the finish was going to be like, and on paper you can see what your decline is going to be and what you have to hike through, but it's not until you're there and you're hiking it that you really know what the conditions are like. So we ended up doing, like I said, about 21 miles. We did like 6,000 feet of descent, which is insane and really hard on the knees and the feet and the ankles. It was really busy. So we were also dealing with just being back in humanity and being back at a really popular trailhead. But we passed by Half Dome a bazillion times. We got to see all the little ants climbing up the side of it. We passed by Cloud's Rest. We saw Nevada Falls. We saw Vernal Falls. We took the Mist Trail, which was very misty, and we ended up getting into the backpackers campground around 4 o'clock, I would say. So we we kind of thought it would be a vibe similar to VVR, but I think a lot of people there were maybe starting off on an adventure, and so kind of nervous and just keeping to themselves. There wasn't really like a communal backpacker kind of vibe there, which was fine because we were tired. So we ended up walking into Curry Village, which is really close to where that backpacker campground is, and we got some pizza. Again, it was super packed, so we just kind of got our food, ate, walked around a little bit, and then came back. And we woke up this morning and we got the Yarts bus to Oakhurst, and we are sitting right now in the Oakhurst Best Western, which is a really nice hotel, much nicer than we were anticipating. And it turns out that Oakhurst is the gateway to Yosemite. It's only 14 miles from the park entrance, which I didn't realize when I was booking the rental car here. really how close it is in distance, but it makes sense. And we just had an excellent meal in the Oakhurst Diner, which is part of this property as well. Really busy, obviously one of the best places in town to eat. It was really delicious, and we get breakfast there in the morning. So the only thing that didn't work out with the timing of us finishing early is that the rental car place is not open on Sunday. So it's fine because we got to spend the night in a hotel and shower and have a great meal. So we'll be fresh when we get the car in the morning, and then we'll be driving back to San Diego. So it's crazy to think that this adventure is done, and I'm super proud of us for what we've accomplished. It was definitely the hardest thing physically and mentally that I have ever done. Definitely could not have done it without Matt. Saw probably some of the most beautiful land area of California, and we just have so many amazing pictures and memories, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So glad we did it, glad we accomplished it, glad we didn't have any major injuries or accidents. So overall, it was an amazing trip and something that I'll never ever forget.